Hey, old boar here. Welcome back to CS1 in 2025. Sit back, relax, take a deep breath. So, this is what I would do in 2025. This is what I would do if I'm going to play City Skylines. I would just kind of take it easy, and little by little, build out a little bit of a population and do a little bit of detail and work it district by district. Because, you start on a brand new map and it's a little bit overwhelming. I mean, look at all of the space here. And I'm looking for a mod to hide these so that I don't see that. Actually, this here, I think I'm going to call it River View. Although it does give you the stats when you click on it. Maybe I'll leave it. There is a mod that will hide those district icons. And so one of the most relaxing things for me is looking through the Steam Workshop and getting your assets going, picking the assets for the game. And I'm using a combination of plopped assets and the green cities. These are the green cities. All of these are the trees that the map creator used. And I haven't quite decided whether I want to use fall trees, but they do give a lot of detail. But one of the things I'm going to need to do now is probably put in some high density residential. This is a corner asset. These go between it. You can use these as well. These are the ends, and this is the middle. Some of these are pretty big, but this is a nice building here. Now, building placement is very important to me. And I'm thinking a lot about this main avenue because on this main avenue, I want a gas station, coffee shop, a little restaurant, and some commercial buildings. And then near that is the higher density residential. And then it moves out into these little neighborhoods. These are actually pretty big buildings and they have 21 households, but these are getting more into the individual families. There's a mod called Realistic Population, which I have used. It tends to slow my game down. And as I mentioned in the previous video, I'm already going to be using some high-res assets. And so I've got to keep that in mind. So let's put some some high density residential in. And it's not super high. It's not going to get any bigger than that. And I guess I'm going to have to put on anarchy here. Or take off that snapping. It's just going to want to snap. Guess we could just move it. And when I move it, I'm going to hold down Alt so that it keeps it on that line. This is still pretty big here. Maybe I could find something a little smaller. This is huge. This one as well. This is a front and a back. I don't think it's mixed use. Oh, it is mixed use. It's going to have a little commercial in it. This is the generic front. I like that one. And I'm just going to put it here. And the back here. I have replaced the garbage truck with this one. They have different colors. 39 households. And I might just look for some parking. And it must be in this. It's here. That's too big. Now I like to put my buildings in and then start to do a little bit of detail. And I do it little by little. This is a low-rise condo. Might need a little road that just comes off of here. We might do it like this one is. These are the corners. Corners. End. And middle. And an end. They're different colors on the front. 9 households each. I also like space. This is modern condo. This looks like it could be a little bit closer to the commercial. And I want to leave 2 between those and have 2 more spaces. And now let's see about commercial. Delivery stores. Delivery stores. There's the McDonald's. Next IT Center. Oakmont Bakery. Now these are shopping malls content creator pack. So they're considered custom assets. Now here's the Chevron gas station. This is going to need to go pretty close to the entrance of the town. So when you drive into town here, you're going to need a gas station. I think I'm liking that corner right there. And I might just save a little bit of CPU and move these trees out of the way because they're still going to be part of your game. You're just covering them up. I might want it here. And we might look at the props. See if there's a little sign. No sign. That is a super nice asset. And it just happens to fit really nicely next to that. There's all the new citizens coming in. Now, one thing I found, and I don't have that included in the setup videos for this game, is cloud and fog toggler. And you can kind of see what happens here, but it's mainly that top one, disable clouds. Now I have a cube map replacer, which is Cedar Bridge, and I also have AD cloud replacer, which are these moving clouds. And you can change these. I think I like that one. That's old outdoor theater. And I have these settings. I think I like that a little bit better. But in your options, you're going to want to disable those clouds. Let me show you the difference. See how it's just a little darker and more blue? You're still getting a little bit of distance fog. That backdrop of those clouds really gives a lot of detail. So we've got our gas station. I'm wondering if I want to move this just a bit, but this kind of looks okay here. It almost looks like it fits together. And then probably across the street, right in here, we want this. This is Gene. Might put it in here. Gene and food. $20 workers. This is going to be an issue that I need to put in a university. And the other thing you can do is put in a little bit of the organic local produce. And I might want to leave 2 spaces for it. Just see what one looks like here. We might get lucky. I'm saving this in this area in here. These are our city administration buildings. You can replace these traffic lights. They're not the greatest in the world, but that is an asset that is super high res. And on every corner, you're going to be adding that resolution to your game. These are highly detailed assets, as you can see. This is just super. I'm not for sure if this is Smiley's or Jorge Puerta. I think it's Smiley's. And they require a lot of props. And, you know, so I'm thinking about the little McDonald's right here. It's just such a... Is this it? This is it. And it might need to go back a bit. These are parking lot roads. Think about how I would do that. Let's see how big the asset is. And the other way to do this is to just put in a path. This regular path. And then use move it to fill in those gaps. You're going to get the little light post, but it is what it is. You could cover it over right there, at least that one. Just barely covered that over there. That might be okay. This one here needs to be up on the grass. And then parking. And that's a vanilla asset. It's somewhere in the menu, but I don't know where it is. So I have to search for it every time. And we're just going to move this right up into here. These are all the assets that come with this McDonald's. This is the main one here. And if you want it to be perfectly straight, you want to get over it. And I'm kind of putting it right on the divider between those walkways. This is the menu. There's your clearance. And this would be here, probably. If you really want to get into some detail, you can make this workable. You want to look down right on top of this and just place it right there, and then grab your move it and page up. Nice. See how dark this is on this edge? There's a mod where you can put the position of the sun to where you can see all sides of your assets. But I like to at least see one side of the assets this way. This is already placed. This is placed. This is the welcome sign. No, this is the entrance sign. This is where you would come in. It's probably going to go right there. And these are already placed. These curtains. And I want just the right tree for this. This is a leafy tree. This is really big. I've got these fall trees in here from a previous series. It's a nice tree. This is also a massive tree. It might look okay here, but I don't want to cover up the view of this building. This is a crown. This is good. This is what you need right next to your parking. Just a few of them. And I might want to Control Z and make it the same size. And you could kind of cover over this a little bit. This little gap here. Let's see what this one is. You can put on the tree anarchy to get this up here. But I think I'm going to be okay with it there. Might be too big. That's better. You can just detail and detail and detail. These are just little flowers. I like these a lot. That might look just right there. A regular tiny tree. Small crown. We got some small ones in here. I think that's enough. It's enough for now. Got people parking. And we've almost doubled our population just with this few set of buildings here. Oh, look, the cars are parking underneath here. Did not know that. So this is the little town of Riverview. Might put a little blob of trees right in here. Let's see. Or just a few. Tree placement is also very underrated when you're talking about detailing. Not for sure if I want this one. Just this one. So thanks for watching. The Old Boar plays City Skylines 1 in 2025. Take care now.